A number of persons who have been following me, particularly on WhatsApp, have been involved in daily Bible readings. We have been looking at the letters of Paul to the churches. We have looked at other books of the Bible all the way through to where we are now at the book of Revelation. Just as Genesis is a book of beginnings, Revelation is a book of consummation. In it, the divine program of redemption is brought to fruition, and the holy name of God is vindicated before all creation. Although there are numerous prophecies in the Gospels and epistles, Revelation is the only New Testament book that focuses primarily on prophetic events. Its title means unveiling or disclosure. Thus, the book is an unveiling of the character and program of God. Penned by John during his exile on the island of Patmos, Revelation centers around the visions and symbols of the resurrected Christ, who alone has authority to judge the earth, to remake it, and to rule it in righteousness. The title of this book in the Greek text is Apokalupsis, Revelation of John. It is also known as the Apocalypse, a transliteration of the word Apokalupsis, meaning unveiling, disclosure, or revelation. Thus, the book is an unveiling of that which otherwise could not be known. A better title comes from the first verse, Apokalupsis Iesu Christou, revelation of Jesus Christ. This could be taken as a revelation which came from Christ or as a revelation which is about Christ. Both are appropriate. The author of Revelation. The style, symmetry, and the plan of Revelation show that it was written by one author, 4 times named John, 1 verse 1, 4, 9, 22 verse 8. These are all in the book of Revelation. Because of its contents and its address to 7 churches, Revelation quickly circulated and became widely, frequently mentioned and quoted by 2nd and 3rd century Christian writers and was received as part of the canon of New Testament books. From the beginning, Revelation was considered an authentic work of the Apostle John, the same John who wrote the Gospel and 3 epistles. This was held to be true by Justin Martyr, the shepherd of Hermas, Melito, Irenaeus, the Muratorian canon, Tertullian, Clement of Alexandria, Origen, and others. This view was seldom questioned until the middle of the 3rd century when Dionysius presented several arguments against the apostolic authorship of Revelation. He observed a clear difference in style and thought between Revelation and the books that he accepted as Johannine, and he concluded that the Apocalypse must have been penned by a different John. Indeed, the internal evidence does pose some problems for the traditional view. 1. The Greek grammar of Revelation is not on par with the 4th Gospel of the Johannine epistle. 2. There are also differences in vocabulary and expressions used. 3. The theological content of this book differs from John's other writings in emphasis and presentation. 4. John's other writings avoid the use of his name, but it is found 4 times in this book. While these difficulties exist, 2 things should be kept in mind. 1. There are a number of remarkable similarities between the Apocalypse and the other books traditionally associated with the Apostle John. For example, the distinctive use of terms such as word, lamb, and true, and the careful development of conflicting themes such as light and darkness, love and hatred, good and evil. 2. Many of the differences can be explained by the unusual circumstances surrounding this book. The apocalyptic subject matter demands a different treatment, and John received the content not by reflection, but by a series of startling and ecstatic visions. It is also possible that John used a secretary who smoothed out the Greek style of his other writings, and that his exile in Patmos prevented the use of such a scribe when he wrote Revelation. Thus, the internal evidence, while problematic, need not overrule the early and strong external testimony to the apostolic origin of this important book. The author was obviously well known to the recipients in the 7 Asian churches, and this fits the unqualified use of the name John and the uniform tradition about his ministry in Asia. Alternate suggestions, such as John the Elder or a prophet named John, create more problems than they solve. We will speak some more on this book. God bless you. Have a good day.